Have you ever felt like a part of you is trying to communicate in some way, but you don't know how? Maybe you've experienced that unsettling déjà vu or a synchronicity so precise that it seems impossible to be a coincidence. What's hiding behind these mysterious moments? What if I told you that these signals are messages from a parallel version of you, from an alternate reality where your choices, desires and paths took different paths? It may sound like science fiction, but modern science and ancient spiritual practices are beginning to converge on something much deeper. These messages are being sent directly from parallel universes, where another version of you is trying to help, guide, or warn you. These signs can be subtle, like a vivid dream or an inexplicable sense of familiarity with something you've never experienced before. However, the fact is that we are more connected to these alternate realities than we realize. The good news? You can learn to interpret these signs and use this communication consciously to transform your current reality. Want to know how to identify these signs and start receiving messages that can change your life? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any valuable tips on this intriguing and revealing topic. Imagine if there were multiple versions of you, coexisting in parallel realities, each with their own unique decisions and paths. This idea, intriguing as it may be, suggests that our reality is not a straight, definitive line, but rather a web of possibilities. In alternate realities, who would we be? Perhaps a version of us chose a different love, or pursued an unexplored career. These realities are not just abstract ideas, but reflect our own complexity. They open doors for us to understand the impact of our choices, showing that we are constantly shaping the world around us. Some quantum physics theorists suggest that these parallel versions may actually exist. In the concept of quantum superposition, the idea of multiple realities is real and tangible, although invisible to our eyes. This notion makes us rethink what we call self. After all, if each version of us can be living such different experiences, what really defines us? Understanding this phenomenon is like opening a window to our own potential. When we reflect on our choices from this perspective, we begin to understand how each decision, no matter how small it may seem, connects to a greater purpose. Have you ever felt something familiar, even though you've never experienced it before? Or felt a sense of déjà vu so intense that it felt like a fragment of another life? These moments can be more than coincidences. They are like echoes of alternate realities where other selves walk different paths. Instead of ignoring them, we can see them as reminders of the possibilities that exist. These signs, subtle as they are, carry an implicit wisdom, inviting us to reflect on the choices we make and their consequences on our journey. For some people, connecting with other versions of themselves is more than a theory. It's a daily practice. They explore alternate realities through meditation and self-awareness, seeking to align themselves with their highest selves. This vibrational alignment helps manifest a more desired reality, where personal growth and a deeper understanding of who we are become a clear purpose. Want to align with this version of yourself? Try daily gratitude practices or deep meditation, which allow you to expand your consciousness and tune into your highest essence. Each insight into these parallel realities is like a piece of a puzzle, where one detail connects to another. The feeling of something bigger is revealing and, for those willing to explore, transforms the way we see life. Who are we, after all, if not travelers in a reality that reflects infinite possibilities? Perhaps this is just the beginning of an even deeper understanding, where quantum physics and spirituality intertwine, opening doors to what it really means to be in so many dimensions. When we think of quantum physics, perhaps the first feeling is that it is complex, distant, and incomprehensible. But in fact, it offers us a fascinating path to understanding what lies beyond our common perception. The theory of quantum superposition, for example, suggests that multiple realities can exist at the same time, where parallel versions of ourselves live different experiences. It is as if, with each choice we make, another possibility unfolds in an invisible dimension, coexisting side by side. This idea breaks down barriers about who we think we are and opens the door to understanding our own infinite versions. Imagine a road with several forks in the road. Instead of choosing just one, each of these possibilities continues forward, giving rise to a new me. This connection with quantum physics makes us see reality as a dynamic fabric, where each choice creates a reflection somewhere in the cosmos. For those seeking personal growth, understanding this perspective can be powerful. It teaches us that life is not limited to a single line and that there is room for transformation. Each decision aligns us with a me closer to what we desire, according to our vibrational alignment and our conscious intention. And then comes déjà vus, inexplicable intuitions, coincidences that seem to be there to guide us. These phenomena take on a new meaning in the light of quantum physics. When we experience something that seems to echo from somewhere else, it may be that we are capturing a fragment of the experiences of our alternative selves. This brings us closer to a deeper understanding of who we are and reveals to us that time and space may be more flexible concepts than we think. And so, déjà vu ceases to be a mere mystery and becomes a portal to self-knowledge. This understanding broadens our view of synchronicities and coincidences. Quantum physics suggests that nothing is truly accidental. They are simply encounters between different realities, where signs and intuitions come to us as reminders of other paths. In our daily lives, we can see that certain choices or even meditation and gratitude practices intensify this connection, helping us interpret the messages that arrive through these synchronicities. After all, when we are aligned, everything seems to flow harmoniously, and it is as if the universe conspired to show us something. Exploring this quantum perspective means understanding that we are all connected in a network of possibilities. The power to transform our reality is in our hands. Recognizing that there is an overlap of our experiences in multiple dimensions allows us to live with greater awareness and choice. If our alternative versions follow different paths, then we, here, can build the reality we desire, knowing that each thought and decision reflects on our most expansive being. And perhaps this is just the beginning of the journey to understanding the role of dreams and intuitions as a bridge to these other realities. Déjà vu is a mysterious sensation that, for many, goes beyond mere coincidence. Have you ever wondered why certain moments seem strangely familiar, as if you've experienced them before? For some scholars of spirituality and quantum physics, déjà vu is more than a glitch in perception. It can be a glimpse into parallel realities. Imagine that, in another dimension, a you is having this slightly different experience, and that echo reaches here, leaving an impression in your memory. In this way, déjà vu becomes a kind of portal between versions of yourself, allowing you to remember moments that another part of you has already lived. These moments of déjà vu could be signs that we are connected to other selves, spread across alternate dimensions. This idea, although fantastic, is supported by concepts from quantum physics, where superposition allows different states to coexist. If we imagine our lives as a vibrational field, déjà vu would be a point of intersection, where the vibrations of different versions of ourselves cross paths for a brief instant. That is why these moments seem so intense and striking, as if they carry a truth that goes beyond what we are used to experiencing. It's interesting to note that these episodes of déjà vu often occur at significant moments, such as when meeting someone new or making an important decision. This suggests that there is a kind of alignment between the experiences of our parallel selves, especially when we are at a point of personal growth or transformation. It's as if our other selves are there, offering support or guiding our intuition. To explore this, try practicing self-awareness in these moments and ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Often, when we reflect, we end up finding answers that guide us. For those who want to deepen this connection, a helpful practice is to keep a déjà vu journal, recording every detail that seems important. Writing down these events helps us identify patterns and perceive the messages they carry. Additionally, Incorporating gratitude and meditation practices into our routine can help open our perception to these parallel realities and their messages. As we become aware of these phenomena, we begin to see déjà vu as a guide that points us in the direction that is most aligned with our life purpose. Thinking of déjà vu as a kind of reminder of our other realities completely changes the way we view these experiences. Instead of dismissing them as a mental curiosity, we begin to embrace them as meaningful, purposeful signs. They bring us closer to understanding that life is an interweaving of dimensions and possibilities, constantly directing us toward our growth and expansion. This enigmatic sensation may, after all, be the link that connects us to a reality where intuition and synchronicity guide our path. Intuition is that subtle but firm voice that guides us even when logic fails to point the way. Have you ever noticed how, at certain moments, we feel an inexplicable urge to make a decision or avoid a place? This feeling can be more than just an emotional reaction. It can be a connection with other versions of ourselves, sending us signals across dimensions. It's as if a wiser part of us is there, whispering the right path. This type of intuition goes beyond reason, and when we listen to it, it feels like the universe aligns itself to support our choices. Synchronicity, in turn, is one of those more visible signs that reinforce our intuition. Imagine meeting someone just when you need help the most, or reading something that answers a question that has been on your mind for a long time. Coincidence? Maybe not. Synchronicity is like a communication system between our parallel realities, where alternative selves send small reminders or incentives for our current path. These moments of synchronicity show us that there is a universal intelligence at work, connecting experiences so that we can grow and transform. To recognize these synchronicities, it is necessary to cultivate self-awareness. By being present and paying attention to the small details of our daily lives, we begin to notice patterns that would otherwise have gone unnoticed. For example, you may begin to notice that certain numbers, phrases, or symbols appear repeatedly, and this in itself is a way of connecting with what our alternate selves want to communicate to us. Each sign is like a cryptic message that, when deciphered, offers us guidance to navigate our journey with greater clarity and confidence. Incorporating practices like meditation and gratitude can enhance this intuitive awareness. Meditation helps us quiet our minds and listen to the subtleties of our intuition, while gratitude keeps us aligned with a higher vibration, making it easier for synchronicities to manifest more frequently. If you already practice meditation, try expanding your focus to include this intention of listening for signs. And if gratitude isn't already a part of your daily routine, a journal where you write down 3 things you're grateful for can be a great way to start. This alignment between intuition and synchronicity opens up a new dimension for living with more purpose and direction. There is no need to know every detail of the future. Just follow the signs, which will guide you naturally. When we begin to understand these signs as messages from our other selves, we are connecting to an ancient and collective wisdom, which lights the way with each step. And little by little, the dreams and visions that emerge begin to make even more sense. Vivid, lucid dreams often seem to transcend the realm of imagination, don't they? When we're immersed in a dream that feels incredibly real, almost like a second life, there's a chance we're catching glimpses of other versions of ourselves in alternate realities. Dreams can be more than just creations of our unconscious. They can function as portals, connecting our consciousness to these other realities. The feeling of familiarity in certain dream scenarios, or when encountering unfamiliar but incredibly close characters, can be a sign that we're accessing a dimension where an alternate self lives. Imagine dreaming about places you've never physically visited, but which, in your dream, seem as natural as home. This phenomenon could be a reflection of a parallel universe where this version of you walks these streets and interacts with people you've never met in your current reality. Lucid dreams, those in which we are aware that we are dreaming, are a precious opportunity to explore this theory. By taking control during these dreams, we can seek answers, explore these scenarios, and even ask questions to the characters we meet, unraveling the hidden messages they bring. For those seeking to intensify this connection with other realities, practicing techniques to induce lucid dreams can be a powerful tool. Start by keeping a dream journal by your bedside, writing down every detail when you wake up. This practice not only increases dream memory, but also strengthens our ability to perceive patterns and recurring themes. From there, it is possible to explore themes that repeat themselves and try to identify what each dream is trying to convey. You may notice that certain personal issues always appear in different ways, as if a version of you, in another dimension, is trying to show you a new perspective. These dreams can also be a means of accessing intuition, allowing us to resolve dilemmas or gain new insights for personal growth. Hidden messages emerge through dreams, often helping us see aspects of ourselves that go unnoticed during waking life. People who practice this practice of paying attention to their dreams report that profound insights emerge, transforming how they view their relationships, their choices, and even their desires. And when these insights are embraced, they begin to impact our daily lives in remarkable ways. Therefore, valuing dreams and seeing them as portals to self-knowledge and vibrational alignment is an enriching approach to our journey. They take us beyond the here and now and reveal fragments of what our deepest self seeks to understand and transform. Over time, this practice awakens an even greater connection, in which even intuition and synchronicities gain more strength and clarity, reinforcing our connection with the realities that coexist in parallel. The concept of vibrational alignment is like tuning an instrument to produce the most harmonious sound. In our journey of self-knowledge and connection with parallel realities, reaching this vibrational state is essential to attune ourselves to the versions of ourselves that we wish to manifest. Vibrational alignment is the state in which our internal energy harmonizes with the frequency of the realities we wish to access. To achieve this, practices such as gratitude, meditation, and self-awareness are valuable tools, helping to raise our vibrations and connect with our higher self. For many, gratitude is one of the quickest and most powerful ways to align vibrationally. When we cultivate a state of genuine gratitude, our energy field expands, and we begin to attract experiences and people who resonate with this elevated frequency. Try practicing gratitude daily. When you wake up, write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. This simple habit transforms the way we see the world and brings us closer to the realities in which our dreams are already coming true. This is the first step to synchronizing our energy with the version of ourselves we want to be. Meditation, on the other hand, helps us to silence our mind and establish a deeper connection with our essence. By allowing ourselves this moment of inner peace, we open up space to listen to our intuition, a channel of communication with these other realities. Try a meditation focused on vibrational alignment. Visualize yourself enveloped in a golden light, raising your energy and connecting with what you want to attract into your life. This regular practice strengthens our vibration, attracting the experiences that align with our true essence and purpose. Another powerful practice is self-awareness, which is the ability to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. When we become aware of the limiting beliefs we hold, we have the opportunity to transform them by shifting our frequency to a higher one. This awareness allows us to identify negative patterns and replace them with a vision of possibilities. If you find that thoughts of doubt and fear arise frequently, try challenging them and replacing them with positive affirmations that resonate with the reality you want to create. Through this vibrational alignment, we begin to feel in tune with the highest versions of ourselves. With each small practice, our energy grows stronger, and we get closer to what we want to manifest in our lives. And so, we become more receptive to the signs and synchronicities that come from the universe and other dimensions. Over time, this state of alignment leads us to a stage of integration, where all these practices and concepts converge to boost our personal growth. Integrating the insights gained throughout the journey of self-discovery is essential to transforming our reality and aligning ourselves with our greatest potential. All the signs, the experiences of synchronicity, the glimpses of parallel realities, and the moments of intuition have something in common. They are messages that, when understood and applied, help us grow. True transformation does not come only from knowledge, but from the ability to integrate these learnings into our daily lives, creating a solid foundation for our personal and spiritual growth. By integrating these experiences, we begin to realize that we are no longer simply reacting to events, but rather becoming conscious of our choices and actions. Each decision becomes an expression of our will aligned with what we are learning about ourselves. For example, if you have noticed that signs of synchronicity are appearing frequently, it may be time to trust your intuition more, even if it challenges rational choices. Integrating these insights allows us to act more authentically, without fear of following what our heart tells us. The constant practice of meditation and gratitude, as we mentioned earlier, is also a pillar for this integration. But the biggest trick is to recognize that there is no separation between our spiritual experiences and our daily lives. Many times, we seek answers in the spiritual plane without realizing that, deep down, everything we need is already within us. The real challenge is to bring this wisdom into the physical world and apply it to everyday situations. When we begin to see life's challenges as opportunities for growth, we open ourselves to a new level of understanding and evolution. This process of integration makes us more aware of our connection to the universe and to alternative versions of ourselves. When we embrace quantum superposition in our lives, we understand that we are more than what we see in the mirror. We are multiple selves, coexisting in distinct realities, all with an essential role in our evolution. Integrating this knowledge can be a transformative step, because by doing so, we begin to live with more purpose, understanding that every action, every thought, and even every dream has a profound impact on our journey. As you reach this level of integration, you begin to feel like you are in tune with the frequency of the universe. The changes are subtle but powerful. Opportunities begin to appear, doors open, and you realize that challenges that were once difficult are simply necessary steps toward your growth. This ongoing alignment with your highest potential becomes a path of constant transformation, where each experience is an invitation to expand your self-awareness even further. Now that you understand how parallel versions of you can communicate through subtle signals, the question is, what will you do with it? Are you ready to open your mind to these new possibilities? Perhaps it's time to trust your intuition more, to pay closer attention to the signs that appear in your life, and to recognize when something seems to be repeating itself, like a message that doesn't want to be ignored. How can you use these insights to create a life that is more aligned with your true purpose? Start applying these practices and watch the miracles of synchronicity and change that can unfold. These signs are ready to guide you. You just need to know how to listen to them and interpret them. The choice is yours. You can continue with your daily routine without noticing the messages around you, or you can open yourself to this new path, full of possibilities. The transformation begins when we decide to listen to what the universe, through our parallel versions, has to tell us. If you liked what you have learned so far, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. There is much more to explore, and you will not want to miss any step of this journey.